handkerchief gone, Pat?
It is just a little channel island, not a big city like Warsaw. The people have a tradition that has lasted nearly 400 years. Ever since the English Queen Elizabeth has made one of her captains suzerain. The same family still governs the island. The people still fish and breed fine cattle. Treat them with courtesy and respect, not like recruits on a Potsdam barrack square.
I understand, Herr Hauptmann.
I hope you do, Vogel. Take down that flag.
Form up in two ranks.
Which of you is the suzerain of Amaral?
He is not here.
I am Captain Weiss, representing the officer commanding the German forces in the Channel Islands. I wish to speak to the suzerain.
The suzerain is away. He is serving with the forces of His Majesty the King of England. I am the Provost of Amaral, and in the absence of the suzerain, I am responsible for the island.
Ah, then it is to you I speak. The island will be taken over by the armed forces of the German Reich. The garrison will be here in a few hours. Provided that the orders for the occupation are obeyed, no harm will come to any person or property on the island. It is the Führer's command that those whom he has conquered shall be respected.
Your Führer has not yet conquered the country with which we are one.
That is only a question of time. It is my duty to... It is my duty to hand to you the orders of the German commandant in Guernsey. Copies of these orders must be posted immediately in places where the population of the island can read them.
The people of this island speak only English, French, and their own language. They do not understand German.
That point has not been overlooked. From today on, you will speak only English. My men will also speak only English. We shall all speak the same language, so there will be less cause for misunderstanding. I will read the orders. German headquarters in Guernsey to the suzerain and people of the island of Amaral, July 10th, 1940. 1. The island will be occupied by the armed forces of the German Reich forthwith. All islanders must be indoors between 9 at night and 6 in the morning. No boat or vessel may leave any harbor or any other place. No one is allowed to go near the sea or down to the bays except in the vicinity of the harbor. All firearms and all radio receiving sets must be surrendered immediately.
Evening news, German forces on British soil.
Amaral? Where's that? India way?
Channel Islands, mate.
Amaral. No attempt to contact successful. It is presumed...
Have we got to have a go at that now?
What with?
German forces on British soil.
I heard they got the troops out some time ago.
Well, there weren't many there, so small. There's nothing there of value, nothing at all.
Evening news, German forces on British soil.
Anything come through?
No.
It's confirmed in the papers.
Yes, I know.
She must have been got away. Yes? Robin's here. What? She's still there, then? Have you really checked? All right, thank you. This is extremely serious.
Of course.
Give me her file. Oh, excuse me, sir.
Well?
I've had word Venus is still on Armorel.
What? But she can't have been left behind.
I'm afraid so, sir.
But they may take her to Germany.
It's more than likely, sir.
Oh, we can't lose her. She's much too valuable. I'll go and see the Undersecretary. Is that the dossier?
Yes, sir.
Well, give it to me.
And all these photographs are of the lady in question?
Yes, sir.
I am, as you know, Carruthers, as yet inexperienced in the affairs of this department, but even I can see how beautiful she is. How very beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Nevertheless, we must face the fact she is just a cow. And I think that the Ministry of Agriculture has more important things to deal with at the moment.
Excuse me, sir, she is not just a cow. She is a flawless animal with a pedigree as noble as the kings of Ireland. She's a triumph of breeding. There's not another like her in the world.
Oh, I apologize to her.
And she's in calf.
Who is the lucky bull?
Mars of Middlebury III, sir, now the champion. The late, I should say, had the misfortune to tread on an uncharted landmine shortly after the
Yes, I understand.
But Venus carries within her the result of that union, the Mars-Venus strain. Something we've been aiming for a long time.
Oh, very valuable, then.
Financially enormous. Her value as potential breeding stock is hard to overstate, particularly if the calf is a bull.
Will it be a bull?
Well, the islanders say so.
How do they know?
They go by a phase of the moon at the time of the nuptials.
Oh, I see.
I do urge you to consider this, sir. It means a great deal to us here, and if I may say so, to England. Interesting meeting, sir.
Yes, very.
Did you, get any decision about that,
About Venus? You can relax, Carruthers. She is now the concern of the armed forces of the Crown.
Blood, tears, toil and sweat. Well, we knew we had to expect that, sir, but I must say this cow-catching comes as a bit of a surprise.
Oh, I know it's quite mad on the face of it, but it does make some sense when very little else does these days. Anyway, the powers that be think it important.
But what help will I get?
Very little, I'm afraid. Radio operator, Forbes, you worked with him before.
Mm-hmm.
And intelligence have dug up someone who used to live on the island. She may be of some use.
She?
She's an army cook stationed in Wales. They're bringing her in. What's the matter? Don't you like women?
Oh, yes, sir, very much indeed, but... Well, there's a time and a place for everything, sir.
Where's Fallaize? Fallaize?
Yes, Sergeant Major.
Leave that scrubbing and come here. You're posted.
Posted? Where to?
War Office, London. So get your kit packed at once and report to company office.
But, Sergeant Major, why the War Office? I'm a cook, not a typist.
You can ask them that when you get there. For some extraordinary reason, they're flying you up.
Blimey, some brass that must need his rations badly.
I've got a certain amount of stuff for you. Geographical, mostly. Oh, and we found a minesweeper type who knows the waters there very well. He's supposed to be on leave at the moment. We're trying to locate him for you. Anyhow. This is Clark. He's run you up the model.
How are you? How are you? It's roughly to scale. Oh, by the way, sir, your ATS girl has arrived. Name of Nicola Fallaize.
Have you checked on at the War Office?
This is all right.
Send her in there, will you? So that's what Armorel looks like.
As far as we know, yes.
And what's that?
That's the Abbey, the big house.
Any photographs?
None, worse luck. Let's hope this Fallaize girl can throw some light onto it. What's she like, by the way?
No, I've never seen her. Some bandy-legged old baggage, I expect.
Good afternoon. Come over here, will you? All yours, Major.
Good afternoon, Miss Fallaize. Do you recognize this?
Yes, it's Armorel.
How well do you know it?
Very well. I lived there most of my life.
Oh, that's good. Tell me, did you do any sailing while you were there?
Yes, sir, a great deal.
And where from?
The harbor, usually.
Here?
Yes, sir.
Well, this is the best side, isn't it? Did you ever land here, for instance?
Sometimes, when the tide was right, it's a bit of a scramble, but you can do it. The rocks need to come out a bit further there, sir. They get covered by the tide.
How far?
That's about it.
Now tell me about the people. How well do you know them?
Pretty well, sir.
Who's the head man, so to speak?
The suzerain.
Sousa, how much? Suzerain.
Wonderful old world stuff, sir, isn't it?
What about the rest of the local inhabitants? A bit primitive?
They're half French, aren't they? Speak some sort of lingo of their own.
I don't know. I think they probably do very well for themselves, selling tomatoes and what have you to the Boche.
The islanders are as loyal as you are. They have a tradition of freedom which is very precious to them. And although our morale may be small, it will do everything it can to resist the Germans.
We're sorry, Miss Fallaize. It's just service humor, I'm afraid, and not a very good example of it either.
Yes, now let's get on with the geography lesson. Tell us, what happens at the top of this path? What's this road like here? You feel very strongly about our morale, don't you?
You would too if you knew it. There's nothing much there. There's just the people and their lives and the wind and the sea.
You got any family there now?
No. My brother's with the army in the desert and I'm here. That's all, except...
Except who?
I've got a cousin there, the one I used to sail with.
What sort of age is he?
He's quite young, as a matter of fact. We were brought up together.
Tell me about him. That's your job to answer questions, you know.
Well, he didn't leave when we did. He doesn't feel quite the same about the war as you or I do. He's a strange person. A painter.
Herr Fallaize?
Mr. Fallaize, please.
There is an order that no inhabitant is allowed to go within 100 meters of the sea except in the area of the harbor.
Oh, yes, sir, there is. I forgot.
You forgot 2 days ago as well.
Did I? Oh, I'm very forgetful, I'm afraid. Tell me, why mustn't I go within 100 meters of the sea?
Because it is the commandant's order.
It's a very stupid order.
Nevertheless, you will obey it.
Ah, so you agree with me that it's a stupid order, then?
You are insolent, Herr Fallaize.
Mr. Fallaize, please.
Are you going to do as you are told?
I will, when the light's gone.
You will come to the commandant at once. Pick up that letter. At once!
What a very nasty child you must have been, Mr. Vogel. And still are, for that matter.
A child? You think so? Now! Move! Quick! Herr Fallaize, Herr Hauptmann.
Mr. Fallaize, Sergeant. You may go.
You hurt your face, Mr. Fallaize?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Very tiresome, you know. Why do you not obey my orders?
Because I hate orders, especially foolish orders. I mean, do you expect me to signal to the English fleet with a paintbrush or something?
Mr. Fallaize, why did you stay on the island? You are young, healthy. You could fight for your country.
I'm not interested in fighting. I'm interested in painting.
You see? May I see the picture?
If you wish.
Is this how you see this beautiful view?
It's how I interpret it.
Not a very happy picture, is it?
Well, it's not meant to be.
What will you do when your paints run out?
Oh, I don't know. I shall...
Perhaps I could get you some more. Would you like me to?
Yes, I would. Thank you.
Good. You have never been to a little mess here. Would you care to drink a glass of beer with me?
No, thank you. Frankly, I wouldn't enjoy a drink surrounded by so many uniforms.
Or perhaps you're afraid to be unpopular here to be friends with me.
An artist doesn't need friends, Weiss.
That is very sad. I think I prefer to be a simple soldier. Well, if you change your mind, the mess will still be here.
Yes. Oh, may I go now?
Mr. Fallaize, please try to obey my orders. There are plenty of places to paint without being disturbed.
Very well. I'll try to remember.
Vogel! So preparing, Herr Hauptmann.
Did you strike Mr. Fallaize, Sergeant?
Herr Hauptmann, he was insolent.
And so you hit him?
Yes, Herr Hauptmann, I hit him.
And when you hit him, was he expecting the blow?
No, Herr Hauptmann.
And were you expecting that blow?
No, Herr Hauptmann.
You're a fool and a dolt. It is bullies like you who make the name of Germany hated throughout the world. Now get out.
I'm afraid you're not going to have a very quiet night.
I know, and Auntie will make me sleep in the cellar.
I know a little restaurant has the best cellar in London. You hungry?
Yes, I am.
Hurry up and get changed. I'll come back in half an hour.
Your cigarette, sir.
Thank you. Bring some coffee and some kibble, will you?
Yes, sir, immediately.
Everything all right?
Lovely. I hope you don't mind me eating so much.
It's simply fascinating. I'm just wondering where you put it all. Like some more?
No, thank you. What do you do when you're not being a soldier? Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, why?
Asking questions against orders. That's what's different.
What do you mean?
You haven't asked a single question all through dinner.
Oh, I've asked you all I'm going to ask. Now you can relax.
Oh, I've got something to show you. Nearly forgot. May I show it to you now?
Mm-hmm. What is that?
That's the Abbey on Amorel.
Who's the squat little character in the corner?
Me.
I'm sorry. Must be the lens. Why do you keep this with you?
It's my home.
But you're not the Susan thing, are you?
My brother is.
Why didn't you tell me?
I thought you knew.
Who's this?
Well, that's my brother. And the beautiful creature in the foreground is a cow of his called Venus.
Do you know Venus?
Very well. She's practically one of the family.
Will you excuse me? I'm just going to telephone. Whitehall, 9400. 268, please.
Yes?
Valentine here. Uncle George, you know your new niece, the one I met in Oxford this afternoon. I found out something about her. The mother-to-be, the lady in the fur coat, is practically one of her family. Did you know that?
I found it out.
Look, I'd like to take your niece away for a few days. Could you arrange it?
Are you tight?
No, I think she could be very useful. I watched her carefully, and she's a discreet sort of niece. What are the chances?
Well, you'd have to invite her. She couldn't be ordered.
I can handle that. Can you take care of her great-uncles and great-aunts?
I can try if you really want to.
I want my trip to be a success.
All right, ask her. I'll see what can be done this end.
Good. Goodbye.
There's a time and a place for everything.
I've got something very important to talk to you about.
Question time again?
I'm afraid so. Let's get somewhere where it's a little less noisy. And take Miss Fallaize to your cellar.
Yes, Major. Make yourself comfortable.
It's a grisly sound, isn't it?
Horrible.
Avoid flying glass, they say. Should we avoid the claret or the South African port? Do you know what security means?
I'm not talking.
What I'm going to tell you about now is top security.
I see.
Do you know that Venus is going to have a calf?
Venus? Yes, the Provost wrote and told me.
Right. Now, the powers that be, right at the top, like your brother's cow very much. And they think that she and her baby are much too important to England to be left to the Germans. They want her over here. So one night next week, I am going to your island of Armorel to try and rescue Venus and her unborn little one, and bring her back safely to a quiet English field until the war is over. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know whether it's because this is my first air raid or the wine at dinner or what, but I feel I want to cry.
In the course of air fighting, 34 German aeroplanes have been brought down by anti-aircraft fire. Although confirmation has not yet been received in London, Reuters reports
Good evening.
Good evening.
May I come in?
If you wish.
Thank you. Ah, good evening. I hope you will pardon this intrusion. Well, is there any news?
News? There is no news in Armorel except what you tell us.
I have discovered something very interesting. That is why I've taken the liberty of calling on you tonight.
What is that?
I've found out that you have been keeping something from me. Oh, don't be alarmed. No orders have been disobeyed. But I have been going through the lists of the livestock on the island. Before the war, I was a cattle breeder in Westphalia, so my interest was professional as well as military. Venus is quite a remarkable animal.
She is a good cow.
She is much more than that. Her pedigree reads like that of a princess. I had no idea that our population included such an aristocrat.
All the islands have fine cattle.
I would like to inspect Venus with you and her cowman. Would you be good enough to come along to my headquarters at about 11 o'clock tomorrow? Among all the routine jobs, this will be pleasant.
Very well.
Our Luftwaffe is busy tonight. But here in Armorel, we sleep quietly. Men and cows. Good night.
So you see, you're not exactly being invited to a picnic.
But I'd be scared stiff.
We'll all be scared stiff.
Do you really want to take a girl?
I want to take somebody who knows the island and who knows the people and knows the cow, because it's going to make my job so much easier. The only person who fits that description happens to be a girl. That's why I want to take you.
But will they let you?
Well, Uncle George is trying to fix it. Look, you don't have to make up your mind right away. And no one's going to think any the worse of you if you say no. Just think it over. Well, looks as though we're here for the night. You better make yourself comfortable. Think we could borrow a bottle of Mario's brandy to keep the cold out?
I don't have to think it over. I'd like to go back to the island with you, if you think I can help.
Look out!
You sure you want to come?
I rather wish we were there now.
Never been to a police court before?
No.
You're really seeing life, aren't you? Hello, Sergeant Forbes.
Good morning, sir.
Good to see you again. Sorry your leave was cut short.
Oh, it's okay, sir. I don't approve of too much riotous living anyway. Are we working together again, sir?
Yes, there's a job for you. And for me, too, as a matter of fact.
I'm glad to hear it, sir.
Now, you go to room 261. I want to talk to you when I get back.
Right.
And by the way, can you milk a cow?
Aye, sir.
Good. Bow Street, Corporal Pollock.
That's Trawler Langley.
Do you know him?
Very well. I've known him all my life. He's a great character on the island.
What's he like?
Oh, sort of wild and Irish, but he knows the Armorel waters.
Look, if you know him so well, it might be better if you talk to him. Would you do that?
Of course. I'd love to see him again anyway.
Good.
I still don't understand.
I'm a peace-loving man, your worship. Me father was a peace-loving man before me. But there are things, sir, things that no man can lie down under. Things that send the fire to a man's eyes and the sparks to his belly. Things that...
But what was he doing with the pram?
He was outside the public house, sir, whirling it round his head.
He wanted to throw it.
What at?
The German plane, sir.
Oh, I see. Was there a baby in the pram?
No, sir.
Oh, no, sir, there was no baby. The baby was in its mother's lap where I laid it, sleeping its beautiful head off. Until those, well, I don't want to use the name I have for them, sir, started dropping their bombs and waking it up. Now, I ask you, sir, I ask you all, was any decent man going to stand by and see an innocent baby woken from its... Miss Nicola! Miss Nicola! By all that's at the bottom of the ocean.
I don't think they've quite finished with you, Trawler.
Are those people friends of yours?
Friends? Miss Nicola? I took a mackerel hook out of her seat when she was 6.
I see. And what do you do nowadays?
He's in minesweeper, sir.
Is he? How old are you?
I think I'm 37.
Was there much damage?
No, sir.
Previous convictions?
None, sir.
Pay 5 shillings, don't get drunk again, and leave the German
I'll leave this to you
Air
now.
Force,
Get him to the office at 12 and don't tell him too much.
Thank you, sir.
I hope he didn't leave a scar.
Next case, please.
Call the next case. A cow. Be all the powers. A cow.
Do you want to come?
Genital,
Major.
Major genital,
Yes. Good. What about you, Forbes? I've always had a fondness for cows, sir. They're gentle beasts. She wouldn't be an Ayrshire by any chance, would she?
No, Sassenach, I'm afraid.
Well, it's a pity, but it can't be helped, I suppose. When do we go, sir?
In a few days. Now, Trawler, your job is to pilot us in and then out again. You can spend the next few days at the Admiralty studying those charts.
Charts? I don't need charts, sir. I can smell those rocks with me nose. Like that.
Nevertheless, you'll study the charts. You might have hay fever when the time comes. Now, I had to remind you all to keep your mouths shut. Especially you, Trawler.
Who, me, sir? I'll be as silent as the north side of a tombstone. Miss Nicola, we're going to Armorel. You're coming too, aren't you? Aren't you?
Steward?
Yes?
What's the displacement of a cow?
Come again?
A cow.
Search me.
Well, we'll have to find out, and quick.
Hello? Could I have the information room at the Ministry of Agriculture? Hello? Could you tell me, please, who I speak to for technical data about a cow? Who? Milk Marketing Board?
As you see, she's constructed with considerable care. Oh, there you go.
Now, do I need anything else?
No, I don't think so. But now, whatever you do, remember, she's in a delicate state. Treat her gently. And if it gets a bit rough, well, you give her one of these. It'll settle her stomach.
Well, how many stomachs has she got?
4.
How do I get it down?
Well, you blow it down, old man.
With this?
Yeah. Let's hope the cow doesn't blow first.
I just run through the main points again. The submarine, piloted by Trawler, comes from a point here west of the Casquettes to Petit Pichon Bay. There we get into the rubber dinghy. That'll be at 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. Trawler, you will come to the beach with us and return to the submarine, pilot her out again, and beetle off home.
I don't like it, sir. I'm against doing any beetling.
Well, nevertheless, you'll beetle. But don't worry, you'll be coming back again. Then the day after tomorrow, at high tide, that is 0420, just before dawn, this officer,
Wilson with 2 L's.
You will bring your MTB, again piloted by Trawler, and all being well, we'll be on the beach with Venus. Let me put her on board and shove off as quick as we can. Any questions?
Well, I don't want to be gloomy, sir, but suppose you're not there on time.
Yes, the tide goes out like a mill race.
Well, we will have had 24 hours. If we're not there, it means that Operation Venus has flopped, and you just beat it. No hanging about. Any other questions?
I'll expect you on board at 20-30 hours.
Well, shall we go into the wardroom? I got a meal laid on. The drink if you want it, too.
You forgot this.
Oh, thank you.
Well, the weather experts are right. It's going to be as flat as a pancake.
Well, that's something.
Somebody inside just told me that Plymouth got badly hit again last night.
Sweater itches.
Are you quite sure you can find that path?
Oh, I think so. Look, there's Venus. She's very bright and clear.
That's an omen.
What do you think you look like in those clothes? It's very rustic.
It's Mary calling the cattle in.
Don't call them too loud. Oh, Nicola, don't you wish you were still a cook in Wales?
Yes, I do.
My mother had a cook once. She used to play the trombone.
What was her name?
Ethel Roast, oddly enough. Well, here we go, laughing and scratching.
Well, we shall be shoving off at once, and I expect we shall have a quiet trip. It depends on our pals in the Luftwaffe. We'll remain on the surface as long as possible, actually, because there are some rather complicated and tiresome minefields about. Navigation underwater through minefields is a bit of a bore. Of course, if the master race shows up, we shall have to dive. Quite quickly, actually. Bells ring and hooters hoot and that sort of thing. That's how you'll know. But I think you'll find it quite comfortable down here, if a bit stuffy after a bit. I'm sorry, I'm afraid you can't smoke. But there are some drinks in the cabinet there, if you like them. That'd be good of you. It's the first time we've had a woman passenger on board. My hat off to you, ma'am.
Save it for the return trip, Trawler.
It's very good for seasickness, Captain.
We have some pills for that.
Ah.
Time, aren't we?
Just right.
There she is. Have a look.
No searchlights, that's one good thing.
Not so far. Right. Stand by to surface. Down periscope.
Right, off you go.
Oh, Major, let me come too. You need me.
We'll need you tomorrow night. Now, go on, beat it. Now then, up we go.
I told you about. It's about the best hiding place this side of the island.
Well, where is this from the beach where we're going to take Venus off?
It's about 600 yards down that path.
And the cowshed is where?
Well, that's a little over a mile straight towards the middle of the island.
All right, well, we'll use this place as a rendezvous in case we get split up or anything goes wrong. All set?
Yes.
Let's go and find the lady.
She should be in here.
locked again.
That's Venus. Hello, beautiful. We're going to take you back to England.
Venus, this is visitor's night.
I'm through now, sir.
Send Venus contacted. Proceeding according to plan. It's number 4, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Send them 4. Yeah, we're practically in their barracks. You better get out of here.
Now, sir?
As soon as they're finished.
There's a way out through the other window.
Out of sight of them?
Yes, we used it as children playing pirates.
Get ready to play pirates. Hold it.
Well, Jean? Oh, it's my darling. Ah, very well, I see. She looks as if she will have her calf very soon. What a pity that she will not have it here.
Not here? Why not?
Ah, there are other plans for her. I hate to move her at a time like this, but they tether her in the top field today. I like to look out of my window and see her. You may not sleep here tonight, my darling. I shall be very sorry to say goodbye to you. Pack up her pedigree and prize ribbons and bring her to her office. What has your dog found?
A rat, proper breed.
Come on, boy. Come on. And what has he found?
A rat, I think.
What is the matter? Surely you're not too old to climb ladders yet? Come with me. I wish to see the other calves. And then you may take Venus out again. Perhaps for the last time.
But where are you sending him?
Your Provost will tell you he knows all about it. Come.
Did you hear that? They're sending Venus away.
Yes, I did.
Well, that alters everything. What do we do?
Go as quick as we can and see the Provost. Let's hope he's home.
When I come to the commandant.
Thank you. It is a beautiful morning, yes?
Philippe.
Miss Nicola. Miss Nicola.
Jawohl, Herr Oberst. Das Boot kommt Nachmittag an. Ja, jawohl. Heil Hitler.
Was ist los, Herr Kommandant? What is it, sir?
There's an E-boat coming here this afternoon for exercises and secret trials. We'll be in the harbor 2 or 3 days. There will be sailors to cater for. We must make preparation.
Yes, sir.
There will be full crew, 20 Marines extra. We must supply them with fuel, rations, and so forth.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us anything more?
I know he's sending Venus away soon, but not today. He would have told me. He knows this may cause trouble with our people, and I shall have to control them.
As long as he's there tonight, that's all we want.
Well, I have to see the commandant every day at 10. I shall find out more.
Good. Well, I'll get down to the beach and set the time fuses.
What for?
Oh, a little something to draw the Germans off at the right moment. Can you meet us again at 11 o'clock and tell us of anything else you find out?
Yes, but not here.
Where?
Down at the sunken road just behind the old farm. Miss Nicola knows where.
Nicola, mark it on my map for me, please. Will you please tell the sergeant here anything you can about the sentries and the guard posts? Forbes, when you got that, you two get up to the sunken road and lie low.
Now, take care. There are a great number of Germans about. Don't run any risks.
No, I won't. I'm much more worried about the islanders.
Oh, within an hour, every islander will know all about you. I'll see to that. Don't be afraid. They'll help you. You came with Miss Nicola. Now, tell me, how is the war going?
You! Come here! Thank you.
Hello. Hello again.
I saw you come to my grandfather's with Miss Nicola and your friend. What are you doing?
May I put my hand down?
Yes, but I warn you, I still have my pistol.
Yes, I see you have. Look, I'm a friend of your grandfather's and of Miss Nicola's.
What are you bearing there? A German?
No, not yet.
No, shoot!
What's that?
It is the soldiers. They come here to swim sometimes.
Is there any other way up the cliff?
No, you are caught, monsieur.
Take these. Now, if you're a friend of ours, hide these and then bring them over to that next bay, will you? What's your name?
George.
Now listen, George. You won't tell anybody about me or Miss Nicola or my friend, will you?
Do you think I'm an imbecile?
No, I think you're a brave boy and a good friend, and I'm very grateful to you.
Will you take me back to England with you?
To England? What makes you think I've come from England?
I heard you talking to my grandfather. And besides, Miss Nicola comes from England and you came with her.
Now, I'm relying on you to keep this secret.
I will, if...
If what?
If you take me back to England with you.
Oh, I can't do that.
Oh, please, monsieur. You see, my father's finding for King George in Africa.
Oh, where's your mother?
Well, she was in London when the Germans came, but now she's all alone. And I'm afraid that she might get hurt in one of the air raids, so I think I ought to be with her. I would swim if I could, but it's such a long way. Oh, please take me with you, monsieur. I won't be in the way, I promise.
I tell you what, if you don't breathe a word of this to anybody, I'll think it over.
When will you tell me?
Tonight.
What time?
After dark, after curfew.
Where will you be?
I'll find you on the Point de Joie.
I'll be there.
Listen, Miss Nicola, there's bad news. They're taking Venus away.
When?
This afternoon. The coal boat will take her.
Oh, that's very awkward.
She'll be gone by tonight. You must think of some other plan.
Where is she now?
Outside the Commandant's office. How long for, I don't know. They mustn't take Venus to Germany, Miss Nicola.
No, they mustn't.
I'll be home later if you want me.
We'll have to take her away in daylight.
Come up here. Quick!
One of my lobster pots has drifted. I was looking for it.
Don't you know that all you men are wanted?
No, where?
Down on the quay. Get on down. Join the working party.
But I have to find my pot.
Don't argue. Always you men argue.
You tell us to fish and we have no pot?
Do as you are told. Quick! Quick! Don't stand around. You are there to work. Move, man, move!
Anybody here?
No.
Oh. Hello?
Hello.
Pull those curtains, will you?
Where the heck have you come from?
London.
Well, don't tell me the war's over during the night.
No, I've come to fetch something.
But don't you realize the Germans are here?
Yes, I know. That's why I came by submarine. What are they like?
Well, they're tolerable, some of them. Good heavens, Nicola, are you crazy? If they find you, you'll be shot.
I know, but I'm not going to stay long. Now, look, Lionel, I want you to help me.
Me? How?
I want you to camouflage old Mrs. Dubois' cow to look like Venus.
Look like Venus? What are you raving about?
We're going to take Venus back to England. And I thought you might help a bit in that way.
Oh, I'm sorry. You've come to the wrong shop.
Why?
Well, it's ridiculous. You'd never get away with it.
Hey, you! Come back here. I've not finished yet.
I won't have it. I won't have any part of war or violence. You know how I've always felt. I told you and your brother that before you left for England.
I remember. The others have helped.
Well, that's their concern. I'm afraid you must count me out.
I see. Do you mind if I have some milk? I'm thirsty.
No, of course not.
I'll have to think of something else. You won't tell anyone you've seen me, will you?
Nicola, I'm not a traitor.
I'll give your love to your mother when I get back, if you like. I bumped into her the other day. She's bearing up awfully well through the Blitz. We spent last night in the loft. It's almost like playing pirates again. Well, thanks for the milk.
Nicola. Why have you always been the one who could twist me?
You twist yourself, Lionel. You always have done.
I suppose it's got its funny side. Painting a cow. Well, I can't even remember what Venus's markings are.
Well, she's tethered outside the Abbey.
Where's the substitute?
Just coming.
I couldn't use oils. The surface would be wrong. Poster paint, that's the stuff. It dries quickly. I've got some somewhere.
Oh, well, I don't care, but just get a move on.
Let's see. Wait a minute. Is that coming in here?
That's right.
Well, I've had some pretty queer models in my time.
Good afternoon, Mr. Fallaize. May I look?
But this is wonderful. You're changing your style. You're forsaking your skulls and nightmares.
Oh, that's only a sketch. You wait till I finish with it.
Please, Mr. Fallaize, do me a favor.
What?
Paint Venus for me. Just an ordinary picture. They're taking away, you know. Paint and give it to me. Then I will have a souvenir of her. Ah, she's a beautiful animal.
Herr Commandant, it'll be a pleasure.
Please, paint her from this side. Look, she has quite a beautiful marking, like a tree in bloom. It's quite distinctive. Ah, you think I'm silly to be so sentimental over a cow?
No.
But I've never seen you laugh before, Mr. Fallaize.
Tell the Englishmen the Germans are taking Venus away tonight.
They're taking Venus away tonight.
Germans are taking Venus away tonight.
Hey, you two! Get on board the ship. They need extra help. Close up. Come on.
Hurry.
Oh, you can't rush a job like this. It's quite a nice texture. Have you thought what's going to happen to me after you've gone?
Yes, have you?
I was just beginning to.
Found him?
There's not a sign of him.
Well, what's happened?
Your pal? They probably caught him.
I hope not. He's a sweet person.
Don't worry, he'll turn up all right.
He's quite the artist.
Thank you.
But it's time for me to transmit now, miss. I'll have to report that he's missing.
Why don't you go and make a cup of tea? He'll be thirsty when he gets here.
Yes, Fallaize, what is that? Rather busy.
Well, I just wanted to remind you, you said you could get me some more paints.
Ah, yes, you have the list there?
Yes, here.
Ah. Vermilion, Crimson Lake, What, you need all these paints to paint the cow?
I'm afraid I do. I'm particularly short of burnt sienna and cobalt blue.
Cobalt blue? You don't need cobalt blue to paint Venus. All I need is simple, conventional picture. That's all.
Commandant, do you realize there is a painting by Dürer in this house?
Huh? A Dürer? Yes. Show me.
Certainly.
Oh, excuse me. Hallo? Ja, ja, aber ich dachte, dass hier kommt. Nee, gut. Ich werde nachwarten. Dürer, yes. He should be in the homeland of Dürer. He's a great man.
He was indeed.
You should learn to paint more like Dürer, Mr. Fallaize.
Well, that wouldn't be easy. He was unique.
I agree, yeah. Yeah, well, good. You must excuse me. I have to go to the harbor. Dürer, yes, he would have painted Venus beautifully. But you will do your best, eh?
Well, I'll certainly try.
But, and I will try to get you those paints.
Thank you very much, Commandant.
Na, verstehe, Herr Kommandant. Hoffentlich wird sie nicht seekrank werden.
Ich hoffe, dass alles bereit sein wird. Du musst heute unbedingt nach Deutschland fahren.
Na, verstehe, Herr Kommandant. Befehl ist Befehl. Hoffentlich wird sie nicht seekrank werden.
I didn't think we'd make it. I feel sick.
It's okay. There's no one around.
Nobody spotted us?
Any sign of Major Morland?
No, miss.
Ja, ich verstehe. Ich werde die notwendigen Schritte unternehmen. Monsieur le Provost. These sailors will be carrying out firing exercises around the island. I wish certain arrangements to be made. First, the curfew will be temporarily lengthened 1 hour. Second, the area affected by the exercises will be out of bounds for all the population.
What area is that?
Here, the Point de Joie. The exercises may involve a boat landing, and blank ammunition will be used. I wish the people informed so that there will be no alarm.
What time will the exercise take place?
Tomorrow, just before dawn.
I will attend to it.
Monsieur, better take Sergeant Vogel with you in case of difficulty.
Climb did her any good.
Didn't do me much good either.
He's here.
What's that? Venus, huh?
Then what's this?
She's Venus's cousin. We had to camouflage her so they wouldn't miss Venus.
I better take her back quick before they miss her.
But I saw her in the field, tied up, not half an hour ago. She can't have strayed far, unless she has been stolen. Send out a search party immediately.
Jawohl, Herr Kommandant.
I want her here before the boat leaves, without fail. So she has not strayed again?
No, Herr Hauptmann.
My sentry discouraged her, perhaps, or discouraged her friends. Dismount her from her chariot, if you please.
Get the cow out.
These people do not like to see their goddess go. I'm sorry, I sort of said these people are fond of their cow. So, lead her over here. I shall miss you, my beautiful, but where we are taking you will be happy, well cared for.
To the telephone line, sir. They'll be easy to deal with.
Good. Do you see anything else?
Aye, there was a bit of excitement down at the Abbey. I saw the Provost going in with the sergeant. Something's up, sir.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised. But as soon as it's dark, we get down to the beach. It's not going to be very healthy up here. Start getting the stuff together.
Very good, sir.
What's the matter?
Venus.
You won't be able to move her now, sir. Not till she's had her bearing.
Your people are very foolish. They cannot hide a cow here for long. You know that. I appreciate their feelings, but they're only making trouble for themselves. It is not a large island to search. I shall find her. Well?
He is not in his cottage, Herr Commandant.
Where is Mr. Fallaize, monsieur?
I don't know.
Find him, Vogel.
Yes, Herr Commandant.
It seems Mr. Fallaize is forgetting his neutrality. I don't know whether to be glad or sorry. This is a serious matter, monsieur. You understand that, I hope?
I will go and speak to the people, monsieur. They take my advice.
That I know. What your advice would be on this matter, I'm not sure. You stay with me, here.
Am I a prisoner?
Yes, Monsieur le Provost of Armeret.
To search this house. Take upstairs, Corporal. How long have you been sitting there, my little boy?
Since curfew?
All the time?
No.
Well, where have you been?
Down the garden.
Down the garden. Oh.
Herr Fitzsiebel.
Komm. Geh mit deinen 2 Männern nach der Kaserne zurück.
Go now, little one.
I'd forgotten all about you.
Monsieur, I've come.
Yes, you nearly went. All aboard the Skylark.
Well, we've got another passenger.
Miss Nicola. Hello, George. I'm coming to England with you to fight the Germans. Are you? You coming too, Monsieur Lionel?
No. Herr Fallaize is not going to England. Up! Hands up! Or I shoot. Still! Come out, you two. Quick! No. We wait until daylight. You. Backwards. Back to the wall.
Maybe a fraction off course.
Oh, not at all, sir.
How do you know?
I recognize that bunch of waves from the last trip.
You were in a sub.
So I was.
They'd better be there on time. I'm not hanging about in the sunrise with the tide ebbing for all the cows in China.
Venus.
What is the matter with the cow?
She started to have her baby.
There you are.
She needs help.
Come back.
It's all right, Venus. I'm here.
Jawohl, ja, ich verstehe, ja. The commandant in guns is extremely angry. He orders that the animal be produced within 12 hours.
I can do nothing while I'm here.
Nothing can be done till daylight. Then a lot of lost property must be found. A sergeant of this garrison, a clever artist, and a pedigree cow. I hope for all our sakes that no harm has come to any of them.
It's all over, Venus.
Bonny wee thing.
No, let the cow look after it herself. Come back here, all of you, against the wall. Now!
Comfortable?
Yes, thank you, Major. I think it's what you chaps call a flesh wound.
I must say, for a man of peace, you did all right.
Well, it's against my principles, but my instincts seem to enjoy it rather.
Right, cut in the dumb flows.
Aye, aye, sir.
The what?
Dumb flows.
Dumb flows, what's them?
They quieten the engines.
Oh.
My charges ought to be going off soon. Too soon, as it turns out. When can we move, Glynis?
Well, not yet. We'll just have to wait and see. There's nothing to be done. What are you going to do about Lionel?
Oh, he can come with us, but he had to make up his own mind. I've told him that.
It's funny. We thought we were going to be married once, when we were children.
What happened?
We grew up.
I like your island. I'd like to come back here one day after the war.
We'll come.
Will you be here?
I suppose so. Where's your home?
Scotland. Dalmally and Argyllshire.
I've never been to Scotland.
Nicola, if we do get back all right after all this, will you be glad that you came on this trip? Because I will.
Even if we don't get back, I'll still be glad.
That's it. Let's get inside.
That's it, we go in now. Stand by the raft. Right, take us in, Trawler. And for Pete's sake, watch those rocks.
Oh, soothe yourself, Admiral, sir. I know every darn and little pebble.
I know.
That's the lot. I'm dead on time, too, worse luck. Can't we move her yet?
Well, she'll get up when she's ready. You'll have to give her a bit more time.
We haven't got much more time. That tide's going to start running in a minute.
She just had her cough.
Oh, I know, nurse. I noticed. It was quite a moment.
Sir.
Have you done it?
There won't be many telephones working around here for a wee while. Are we off now?
Not yet, unfortunately.
It's not getting any darker outside, sir.
No, I know. George. Now, I want you to do something.
Herr Hauptmann.
Ja, was ist los?
Da ist ein englisches Torpedoboot dabei. Hinter Pont de Joie.
Herr Kommandant!
Also, was haben Sie da?
Nichts gefunden, kaum der Rede wert. Nichts Besonderes.
Laufen Sie rüber und verständigen Sie die Leute. Ich komme gleich.
Mitkommen, los.
Have you got a cow?
Sir Trawler, it is you. I have a message from the Englishman.
What's he say?
They are delayed, but they are coming. Keep the boat as long as possible.
Anything else?
There will be 7 passengers.
7?
5 grown-ups and 2 children.
Children? What does he think we've got, the Queen Mary? Run along and tell him we'll keep the boat as long as he wants.
How does she look now?
She'll be fit to walk soon.
Well, I hope so, because the Navy won't be there much longer.
How about him, sir?
We'll take him with us. Uncle George will want to talk to him.
Major?
Yeah?
Do you think you could possibly find room for me? I shan't get any more paints now, and, well, I'm sure I could be of some use. Camouflage and things.
Your passage has been booked a long time. You're with us.
Thank you.
Well, you're with us, all right, Lionel, but we're here.
Look at Venus, sir.
How long have we got?
Oh, a long time.
You've had a word with the tide control, have you? Jeepers, there's not much cover from the top of the cliff. Ever been shot by a sentry trawler?
Hundreds of times, sir. You get used to it. Miss Nicola.
All is well.
Look, it's a bull.
A bull. You must go quickly.
George is coming with us.
I know.
He's going to fight for England.
You will look after him.
He's going to look after me.
Miss Nicola, please. Tell the suzerain the island fights.
I will.
George. God save the king.
God save the king, Grandpère.
Doctor.
Wache! Die Wache heraus! Wache angetreten! Sie müssen sofort nach der Klippe gehen.
Holy smoke, it's a circus.
That's them. We'll just about do it with luck.
I was hoping there might be a Jerry or two around to have a few words with.
Kapitän! Alle Mann an Bord! Schnell, schnell! Alle Mann an Bord!
Come on, girl. This is no time to be temperamental.
Halt! Dem Befreiten nach! Im Laufschritt!
Ja, ich hoffe, dass wir den Kerl noch erwischen. Herr Leutnant, Nummer 1, fertig. Danke. Meine Herren, Tempo, Tempo.
Right, leave the raft. Cast off. Start up. Take us out, Trawler.
Sorry we kept you waiting.
That's all right. There's just enough water left.
I don't want to be depressing, but there's an E-boat in the harbour.
Blimey. They've got the heels on us. We'll have to fight. Alarm, starboard. Range 00010. Bearing green 60. Rapid salvos, shoot!
Trawler? Sir.
Can we get through there?
Well, sir, it's been the grave of many a boat. But if the skipper will let me take the wheel, he'll go through like green from a jug.
And what about them with their draft? Can they make it?
Well, there are little sharp rocks are rather near the surface.
Look out, they fired on us.
Let's try it. Maybe they'll follow.
Okay, here we go.
Hard up.
Charges.